Genesis chapter 2, the main points. Let's begin with a summary. God forms the first human couple and places them in their original environment. Main point number 1, God rested on the seventh day and made it holy. This shows that rest is good, and therefore, being a workaholic is not good. It's not good to work 24 hours, 7 days a week. Humans need rest. God himself rested from his work of creation. In Genesis chapter 1, God creates different things in our universe on the first 6 days. And then Genesis 2 begins with the seventh day and with God resting. Now, I don't want to get into all of the details of the differences between the Sabbath, which is Friday at sundown, to Saturday at sundown, versus Sunday. I don't want to get into those details, but I'll put an explanation in the description for why Christians tend to celebrate on Sunday, celebrate their day of worship on Sunday. But the point here is that rest is good. God rested, and we should follow him in resting from our labor. Main point number 2, God is both transcendent, meaning above and beyond the world, and immanent, meaning within the world. In Genesis 1, God speaks things into existence. In Genesis 2, God enters into his creation and forms the man from the dust of the ground and then breathes into his nostrils the breath of life. So God is both way above and beyond us and right here within this world. Now, it's not easy to think of God as both transcendent and immanent, but the first 2 chapters of the Bible present God this way. So we should do our best to try to hold on to both ideas at the same time. God is so close to us that he can breathe life into our nostrils, and yet he's way above and beyond us. Main point number 3, God designed humans to enjoy his creation. He placed Adam in the Garden of Eden surrounded by vegetation, animals, and rivers. Then God brought Eve to Adam in that same setting. He didn't create the first human couple and put them out in a wilderness or in a desert. He placed them in a beautiful, lush garden so that they could enjoy his creation. Number 4, God designed humans to work. God placed Adam in the garden to cultivate it and to keep it, to protect it. This shows that God wants humans to have a role in improving our environment, and he wants us to have meaningful work. Number 5, God designed humans to live in relationship with each other. When God saw Adam by himself without a suitable partner, he said it's not good for the man to be alone. And then he made Eve. So it's not good when we're by ourselves. We need to be connected with other people. We need to have meaningful work and deep connections with other humans. Number 6, God wants humans to live within his boundaries. He told Adam which trees he could eat from and which tree was forbidden, and that is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Number 7, God initiated human marriage. God brought the woman to the man. God is the first matchmaker. Human marriage was God's idea from the beginning. Number 8, the first humans originally lived without shame and fear toward God and each other. That's a beautiful picture of the original environment that humans were placed in. No shame and no fear. And main point number 9, God's personal name is Lord. The first time this personal name of God in Hebrew appears in the Bible is in Genesis chapter 2, verse 4. And it appears almost 7,000 times in the Old Testament or the Hebrew Bible. Now, scholars are not exactly sure how to bring this Hebrew name into English, so English translators tend to use the word Lord in capital letters to indicate that this is God's personal name. So don't confuse Lord in capital letters with Lord in uh, lowercase letters, because they are not the same. This word Lord in uppercase letters indicates a personal name, not a title, not like master or Lord in lowercase letters. I'll put a link in the description to a video I made called the Tetragrammaton, and that is a big word for the four-letter personal name of God in Hebrew. So these are some of the main points of Genesis chapter 2.